Hi guys, this is Murtaza. I look after the digital initiatives for Mahindra Holidays across India and across the globe. What are the keywords in these two gaps? Dash and dash both lie in the data. Can somebody answer? So the answer is devil and angel both lie in the data. That's the keyword. If you find the devil, you'll find the angel. So angel means the right steps to take corrective actions, okay, and to ensure that we form a strategic direction to the business. Next is, why do we need to use big data analytics? First is, we need to extract the valuable insights from the data. That's the key thing from a big data. Second is, we need to empower the decision makers within the organization to eradicate all decisions which rely on opinions and gut feel. So big data diamonds forms into three parts. One is business drivers, insights and an objective of those insights, and guiding principles. So if you read through the statements, it very clearly states that at the start of the project itself, it's very critical for us to understand what are the business drivers for the company and why should we implement big data. Okay, we need to understand the reasons for implementing big data. Is it that the company is looking at a cost cutting mode or trying to uncover where it's wasting its money, or is it that the company is in a growth mode and needs to evaluate new business channels and new segments of customers, or is there any area of risk that the company wants to identify and mitigate? So we need to be very clear behind the business drivers for implementing big data and satisfying the consumer requirement. What should be the objective of the insights from big data? Okay, we need to ensure that the big data gives us cleanup data. Okay, it is not garbled, it is not unstructured. We need to build new campaign initiatives and campaign effectiveness reports, dashboards. We need to identify the characteristics and the behaviors of the most loyal customers. We need to identify the strengths, the weaknesses, and the opportunities from the insights. And we need to identify where we are spending effectively. Okay. What are the guiding principles when we implement big data? One is to ensure clean and consistent data flows from the big data warehouse, access to various kind of data. Okay, it could be anything. We can do any kind of cross-tab analysis on the data. Speed to market, the information from the data warehouse converted to insights has to be given back to the market so that concrete actions can be taken in real time. The platform has to be agile. It has to be able to make changes on the fly. Okay, it has to be easy for users to adopt and to use, and it has to be scalable. In case there's any new feature that has to be implemented or the algorithm needs to be changed, the software should allow you to do that. What do you think when you think of this keyword big data? What is the visualization effect that comes in your mind? Business intelligence, quality of customer experience, challenges, milestones, opportunities, strengths, weakness, strategic direction, personalization, transformation of digital business, predictions, segmentation and modeling, changing the way consumers buy or outlook towards a brand, personify. These are the things that would strike in your mind when you think about big data. This is the thought process that you will encounter when you are building the project scope document while developing the entire project for big data analytics. Big data is all about unstructured data getting into a structured format and then insights which lead to a concrete direction. What are the kind of predictive analytics that we can deploy on big data? The hints of unstructured data are emails, mentions, blogs. And how do we unveil the insights? We can deploy text analytics, which can identify the patterns of customer dissatisfaction or satisfaction, any product defect, so that the corrective action can be taken against that. Relevant information can be transformed into a structured information and can be leveraged in various ways. Text analytics can also give us sentiment index. It can that sentiments can give us direction towards what is the image of the brand that carries in consumers' mind, what is the bond between the consumer and the brand, and what is the loyalty index of the consumer and the brand. What are the mental blocks when it comes to big data implementation? What do people go through, when they are building the project charters? There are so many things that comes up in your mind which you have to answer before even you build up the project charter. Right people with right skills, getting the technology right, You identify the right problems, process challenges, data discovery. So these are the things that comes in your mind when you have to develop a big data project. What are the four types of big data business intelligence that really aid your business? Prescriptive. This type of analysis reveals what action should be taken and how these actions can create rules and recommendations around the framework. Predictive. This can identify past data patterns and provide a list of most likely outcomes to resolve a problematic situation. By studying the past data, it is very important that this data helps you build the forecast for the future and creates a scenario for the future. Diagnostic. We need to find out what is the root cause of any problem and uncover the patterns in that business process. Okay, this can be looked at by again looking at the past performance to determine what happens for and why. Ultimately, diagnostic will help you identify the factors that directly or indirectly impact your bottom line. The most common application is in social media, where you can use this type of analysis to assess the number of posts, likes, shares, sentiments, engagement rate, and then decide which campaigns work and which campaigns don't. Descriptive is all about dashboard mining. You should create a dashboard which is descriptive enough, which gives you access to any kind of trends. It could be website traffic, it could be sentiment analysis, it could be reviews, it could be visit to lead ratio. So there has to be dashboards made in real time. What are the platforms of big data analytics? One is WebTrends Infinity, Oracle Big Data, IBM Big Data. These are the most three advanced platforms that the organizations use to evaluate whenever they ask any big data company to come and pitch in. I hope this session has sparked the visualization of how big data is implemented and value is extracted. Thank you.